All right, welcome back, everybody. Here in Belgium for third race of this season. Not a full grid today, missing two guys, and we got a +1, Michael Tibb, joining the big boys in Tier 1. We're gonna keep a close eye on Michael today because he's really a good driver, and he's racing in the cockpit, no racing line, and never gets or almost no penalties. He has amazing pace, clean driver, so we're gonna keep an eye on him today here at Spa-Francorchamps. But on board right now with El Trucker, I actually don't know what the pace is looking like in the time trials, because I didn't really practice the race much during the week, because yeah, I got a bit sick. I got COVID, so hope my voice doesn't sound too weird, but try to make it worth it anyway. But El Trucker exiting turn 1 at the old start-finish line, going through Eau Rouge and Radillon, looking good. I don't know if it was the latest patch, but car seems way more stable right now in Eau Rouge and Radillon. Because previously you could just like lose it if you went flat out, unless you had like a really stable setup. But no matter what, I just kept going like in the wall. But right now it's looking good. And El Trucker using the esports line, and he invalidates. Let's go on board with Farico. Not Farico, Norjay, who's the next one. And Norjay coming at bus stop. Looking good. Getting traction. And it's a 143.2, so solid lap from Norjay. Let's go on board with the next one. I think it's going to be Eon. Yep. Eon, next one crossing the line. 43.1, so we should see Ferrari, Lenikovsky maybe? Nope, not Lenikovsky. And it's Tom H and Gomez, both Aston Martin, getting a 43.1 for Gomez and 43.3 for Tom H. On board with Marcel right now. Oh, my headset disconnected for a sec. Hope it's fine. And Michael Tibb sets a 43.6 and Lenzi 43.7. A bit of a snap, and not so good for Herbie. Next one is Dark, and Dark sets a 43.6. Who's going to be next? It should be Federico, I think. No, not even Federico. Is so I guess it's Norjay. Is he trying to improve? Or is he gonna go? Yeah, go in the pits. So next one, Ferrari. And now Tracker validates. What about Lenikovsky? Trying to set a hot lap. First hot lap of this quali. And Lenikovsky goes P2 at the moment. 42.5. Good lap from Lenikovsky. Let's go on board with SF Rock. Coming out of bus stop right now. And it's a 42.9 solid lap. Should be now Fattori coming up next. No, he's going in the pits. Yeah, Michael, your teammate. We're gonna keep an eye on him throughout the race. So I don't think that people are gonna try a 2-lap because it's a really long track, longest track of this calendar. Or is it Jeddah? Not sure. I know they're close, but I'm not sure if Jeddah is longer. Maybe you guys know in the chat. So Dark coming at chicane should go through. What about Yari? Oh, Yari's on an outlap, so let's go on board with him. Goes wide to get just a bit more traction and maybe more speed throughout the start-finish line. Yeah, that's what I thought. A bit of a snap. Maybe a bit too early on throttle. Yeah, cars are just really more stable throughout Eau Rouge and Radillon. And Yari sets a purple sector 1 and invalidates. Goes a bit too much on the curb. Just a bit too aggressive. I think it should be Stan next. Nope, not Stan. NLR? I don't know. Let's go on board with Federico. Let's see how he takes double gauche. Nicely done. Early on full throttle. And FaZe and El Gizu are out of this session. I think FaZe lost it at the bus stop. And Federico goes for purple sector 2. Really hard sector. That's like the part where you actually lose a lot of times if you don't get it correctly. Looking good for Federico, and Federico sets a 43.3. And look at the esports driver going through double gauche. Missed the apex right there. Hope it's not gonna cost him too much. Purple sector 2. Looking good for El Tracker. Not too early on throttle, and a purple sector 3 as well, and El Tracker goes for a 42.4. Almost invalidates on the line. Oh, and there's an Aston in on the racing line. Hope it's not gonna bother the Aston Martin. I don't know who it was. And Max sets a 42.7. And Gomez does not improve. Who's next? Not Dark. It's Yari. Yari starting a new hot lap. And Herbie is out on the mediums. Looking confident. Just quickly jump on Herbie going on the mediums, but he goes back in the pit. The trucker not trying to improve. Eoin improving right now. Ow, and invalidates. Way too aggressive on the curb. And SF Rock coming up next. And the Ferrari following 42.5. And no improvement for Lenikovsky. Up next should be an Aston Martin. Gomez looking to improve again. And Gomez goes P6, 42.7. Michael Tip goes in the pit. So up next should be Yari. Yari coming up at bus stop. And Yari goes P1. Provisional pole, 41.8. 4 tenths up ahead. Nicely done. And up next should be invalidation for Dark. Ferrari. What about Lenikovsky? Coming at the end of sector 2. See what he's doing. Purple sector 2 improving. Almost 3 tenths. And Herbie has yet to set a lap with 3 minutes left in quali. And Lenikovsky goes P2, 42.1. Solid lap from Lenikovsky. And Lenzi is starting a new hot lap. Aston Martin coming in the pit lane, gonna be tight. And Herbie starting a hot lap as well. And Yari goes in the pit. Is he gonna have time to come back on track. And Yari retires from the session. And Johnny with some words for his Williams teammate, and on the curb, I think he lost time right there at Les Combes. And a bit of traffic in front. His teammate in front of him. Hope he's not gonna block him. Out of the way, and Herbie goes for the esports line as well. So Yari's really confident right now. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna retire, and I don't think I'm gonna be bothered with my time. So let's find out. And Herbie goes for purple, sector 2, looking good. Strong pace. What it's gonna be, and it's a P4 at the moment, 42.4 for Herbie. Who's coming up next? Should be a Red Bull. No. Alpha Romeo on hot lap, starting a new hot lap. So should be... No, not Gomez. Not Stan. I guess it's gonna be Norjay. Not improving. Oh, just a bit of improvement for Norjay in Sector 2. If he keeps it that way, he's gonna get P13. And timer is at 0, so last chance to improve. And as I said, P13 right now for Norjay. Who's coming up next? Is it El Trucker? Yeah, it is El Trucker. Improving. Almost 2/10. And El Trucker goes P3, 42.2. Who's next? Now Fattori. I think it was Max. Nope. Next one is going to be NLR Immortal crossing the line, and invalidation for him, so no chance to improve. What about Eon? Stays in third and switch to fourth gear, so more traction for him. And 42.4 for Eon. And Max goes 42.5. SF Rock invalidates. And Gomez as well. So I don't think anybody else can improve their time. So Yari made the good decision to just go in the pit and say, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm confident with my time. And he was right. 41.8 for Yari. Good pace from both Ferraris and Williams as well. So let's just wait for everybody to cross the line, and there we go. So that ends up our quali here at Spa-Francorchamps. So Yari P1, Lenikovsky P2, El Trucker P3, NLR P4, Marcel P5, Eon P6, Max P7, SF Rock P8, Stan P9, Gomez P10, Tom H P11, Michael P12, Norjay P13, Dark P14, Lancy P15, Sammy P16, Farico P17, FaZe P18, and Delgizu P19. Both of these didn't set a lap. So don't really know what their pace is going to be like during the race. Maybe we're gonna get a bit of rain. Are we? To make cats be happy. And looking clear at the moment. But don't know about the rest of the race. Just waiting on drivers to load. So while we're waiting, what are your predictions for this race? Yari, for my part, Yari's gonna be way up ahead if nothing bad happens. Next should be a great fight between the two Ferrari drivers. I mean, they had an incredible pace in quali. Lenikovsky had very good pace as well. Yeah, Yari's gonna get the podium P1, P2, P3 for himself. So Johnny goes with a Williams on the podium and says that SRL is gonna get the P2 or P3. Let's find out. SF Rock had really good races in Austria and in Canada. I mean, he went through the field without getting a penalty, and with clean driving, got him podium. So we'll keep an eye on him, and we're gonna keep an eye as well, like I said, on Michael. Didn't get too good of a quali, but really confident during the race that he's gonna perform. So strategy goes from soft to mediums. I think that's the best strategy. Like you pit on soft at lap maybe 7 or 8, and you end up the race on the mediums. But it's all a matter of if there's a lot of safety car or not. So I guess we'll find out. And we actually don't know if we're expecting some race, some rain during the race. But yeah, let's wait on the grid to form up. Five red lights, and lights are off, and away we go in Belgium. And Lenikovsky gets a great start side by side with Yari, but Yari gets the inside. Really hard to tell what's happening. Looks pretty clean right now. Everybody lined up, and who's gonna get the better slipstream? NLR Mortal looks a bit aggressive on Lenikovsky. and went up a place on El Trucker at the start, and looking good right now. And Farico jumps. Oh, and RJ I think spun. Yeah, and RJ spun at the back, and Michael lost a few places. And Herbie really chasing down the Alfa Romeo in front of him. And Dark goes for a move on Lenzi. And Sammy on Tom. And there's already a big gap between Sammy and Gomez. And Max is out of the race. Hit the wall. Coming out of campus. Does not look like a safety car is out, nor a VSC. Oh, and a massive. I think Eoin just missed the braking point and went straight through. No damage though. Oh, and NLR Immortal fell out. I think he got damaged because he went in the pit, and so did Lenikovsky, Tomic, and Norjay. And Gomez chasing down Stan. And chaos happened at the end of lap 1. And Yari already up 1.2 seconds up ahead, followed by El Trucker, Herbie, and SF Rock. Like, just like Johnny predicted. Really good driver. And really opportunistic. Oh, and a big crash from Sami, hitting the wall, and his race is over. And now there's a VSC. So Lancy goes in the pit. Don't know if he had damage. Michael goes in the pit as well. No damage. Goes on the hard. Interesting. What about Lancy? I'm gonna switch to tires. Not this one. This one. And Lancy goes for a wing change and hards as well. So no safety car, just VSC. But can the hard. Oh, and Gomez goes with the drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. That's a really bad and unfortunate. Luckily, the pit line is really not long, so it's not that bad. But I mean, it just hurts. And now El Trucker closed the gap on Yari, but can he stay up behind? I mean, DRS should be on, and Del Gizu goes for a move on Dark. Oh, Dark spun, that's why. And El Trucker working really hard to stay in Yari's DRS. That just shows Yari's pace. And really, it's gonna be close at the detection point. And look at this. Oh, is he gonna get it? Oh, so close, so close. But I don't think he's gonna get it for the next lap. And now SF Rock has DRS on Marcel and goes back behind Marcel. He's gonna wait, and so does Stan. And can the Ard last to the end? And do they really have the pace? I'm not sure. I mean, Ard compound on this game are just really, really, really bad. And Tomic goes for a move on Lanzi. On the Kemmel straight with the RS. Easy. And El Shocker is barely in the range for DRS, but looks like Yari's just pulling away. But now he's using ERS. Oh, and look at Yari. Yari's just pushing really, really hard to get out of El Trucker's DRS. And it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. All about this breaking point. And it's really tight. And it's going to be even tighter on the next straight. And Gomez goes for his drive-through. And 9/10 going up just a bit. Is it going to be enough? Don't know where the detection point is, but he managed to do it. And now SF Rock will surely get the move done on Herbie. On the Kemmel, and so does Stan right behind. And both of them make their move up. And there's a good gap between almost all the drivers. We only have like maybe 2 or 3 fights to look at the moment. Just a bit wide for Eon and the Alfa Romeo team fighting each other right now. And looks like Yari pulled away from El Trucker. And now FaZe goes up ahead. Eon. Maybe there's been team orders between those two. Oh, and look at the gap. Herbie's out of SF Rock's DRS right now. And he's pushing. Do not lose it on the next straight. And fail to do so, but Stan will have DRS now. Not much action going on right now, because like I said, pretty much everybody is split up by 2 seconds or so, and some of them are more than that. But Yari picks up a 3-second penalty already. Six laps in, and there's an AlphaTauri. It's Lanzi. And Lanzi lost it at Bruxelles. Is he gonna join back? Yeah, he's going. Oh, and yeah. tires are hot as hell. Yeah, I don't think the and Michael goes for the 3-second penalty as well. I don't think the hard were a good choice. And Marcel working really hard to get in the DRS back again. Almost with no ERS left. 8%. But he's gonna get DRS, and now we get a small DRS train from P3 to P6, and Pace is just in. Solid pace. Made a 1.6 gap between him and Eoin. And again, yellow sector. And it's a Ferrari? It's El Trucker! And VSC is out. And he lost his entire front wing. He should be pitting on to get the mediums and finish the race on the medium. So he's not gonna lose that much time. So I think he will be able to come back. We'll keep an eye on that. But right now it's looking like Johnny predicted. Yari P1, SF Rock P2, and Williams right now on the completing the podium. Stand not too far behind. And we go green again. And yeah, I don't think El Trucker will lose that much time. And Perico goes for a move at the start. And now, okay, it's El Trucker in the pit. And we're back with the DRS train. And now Del Gizu goes for a move on Perico on the Camel Straight. And FaZe has a really strong pace, and El Trucker already make a move on Tom H. And Lanzi with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he DNFs in the pit. So we're down to 16 drivers. Almost everybody will get a point. And side by side. Ooh, and a bit of contact. And FaZe goes wide. But joins back. And Stan goes in. He's gonna go for the mediums. And SF Rock as well. Eoin and Yari are all in the pit, going for the undercut on the SUP runners. So now Herbie is leading the race, but should be coming in for a pit on next lap, and so does FaZe. And now Lenny Kopsky right behind Michael. Is it going to be enough? And side by side braking, and both And nicely done. That's leaving space, my friend. And Yari's already chasing down Del Gizu. Look at the face, look at the confidence this guy has. And right now he's losing just a bit of time. Because he's stuck behind Del Gizu. Is he gonna be able to make a move before bust up? And he's right in the gearbox. And now side by side goes for a move. Who's gonna break first? And Yari breaks later and sends it on the outside at bust up and goes for the move and get to P3. And he's gonna go for P1 because FaZe and Herbie went for the pit stop. So the undercut has worked. And El Trucker goes for the fastest lap. A 1:45.7, I think, on the mediums. And look how far FaZe came out. And the battle goes once again between Stan and Marcel. So FaZe gonna have to play catch up. Oh, and then Nikovsky's out! Lanikovsky is out of the race. And RJ with a 3-second penalty, and now everybody's in the points. And full safety car. The medium runners are really in a weird spot right now. Del Gizu, Dark, Tom, Norje, and NLR Mortal. Can they end the race on these mediums? I don't think so. 12 laps to go. I don't think they can manage to do it, and I don't think Del Gizu's stop. He's stopping right now. Is he gonna go for hards? Oh, he's going for soft, so 12 laps on softs. Bold move from Del Gizu. Dark goes for softs as well. Tom H goes for soft. So they're really just wishing on the safety car to manage their tire just a bit more and try to make a longer stint. But I think they're just gonna scream at the end of the race if they can manage to take them that far. So we got 4 soft runners and the rest is on mediums, and even Michael went for the mediums. Yeah, I think too. I mean 8 is limit. 8 or 9 is limit. But 12, it's just pushing your luck way too far. Unless there's another safety car. But then everybody's gonna jump in the pit maybe, so. They were just in a weird spot. I mean, there wasn't much else to do. I mean, ARDs on this game are just terrible. They don't have, I mean, they have durability, but they don't have grip, they don't have pace. Mediums are just OP, I think. they're the best you can get. So looks like we're gonna get another lap under safety car. So 10 laps remaining in this race. Maybe it will be enough for the soft runners, but they're gonna suffer at the end. And let's take a look at penalties. So Yari with a 3-second penalty, Michael and Norjay. There's not a lot of places where you actually get penalties on this track because curbs are deadly, so you don't mount them on like on other tracks. So everybody's just a bit more careful. So not a lot of penalties on this track. So we should see soft runners going for the fastest lap. Right now, it's El Trucker, 45.7. But should get beaten by one of those soft runners. Well, at least the safety car backed the group again, so we might get more action for the end of the race. And safety car in this lap, so 10 laps to go. Yari taking his time, and I think he's going right now. Weird spot to go again, and SFRock missed the breaking point. Is it gonna be Marcel's chance? I don't think so. And look at Yari. Yari flying through and caught SFRock sleeping. Already 1 second up ahead. And Marcel in the gearbox, and Tom H goes for the move on Michael. No DRS yet. And side by side. A bit of contact between those two, and SFRock goes wide and comes back. And Norjay makes the move on Marcel. On Michael Tibb. And Marcel picks up a 3-second penalty. Now NLR Mortal side by side with Michael. And makes the move. El Trucker looking to make his way back up, and now NLR Mortal picks up a 3-second penalty. Looks like Yari's gonna be able to get this 3-second gap, and Yari goes for the fastest lap, 44.9. And now Faye's looking strong behind Stan. Now Shocker is right behind as well, so no place for mistakes. Oh, a bit of the wall for Eon right there. And lost a place to Dalgizu. Hope he has no damage. And there's an Alpine wide. It's dark. And Gomez is right behind Federico. Now Federico right behind Eon, going side by side at Blanchimont, and goes for the move. And I think Eon has damage. He surely does. And DRS is now enabled. And yeah, Eon jumps in the pit. So he got damage from that contact with the wall. And Herbie is... well, SF Rock is just out of the DRS of Herbie. But now Gomez chasing down Federico with DRS. Should be an easy move. Can Dark follow him as well? I think he will. Side by side with Federico. And gets the job done. And I think Tom H make the move as well. Not sure if it was maybe an LR Immortal? Not sure. And Tom H really pushing Federico on these softs. Trying to use all the grip while they last. Because he might not get that much at the end of the race. And now SF Rock gets a 3-second penalty. So now podium place is up for grab by FaZe and El Shocker, because they're not too far behind. Six laps to go, and Federico goes for the move on Tom H at the start-finish line. Oh, and a bit of a contact and a spin for Tom. I don't know who it was, but I think he just got nudged just a bit when he braked. And now Stan goes for the move on SF Rock, and so does FaZe. And now El Trucker joins the party as well. And wants a piece of it. And Michael goes for the move. And just a bit of contact between the two. And Norjay gets his place back. Lots of action happening right now. So we got a nice train going on. From P3 to P7. And El Trucker goes for the move. And SF Rock lost it. Oh, and he just spun, and his tire temperature is just going up and up and up. So there goes SF Rock's chance of a podium. And then SF Rock lost time because of what happened. And Stan is back in Herbie's DRS. No ERS for Herbie. And Yari picks up another 3 seconds. Oh, that might cost him P1. And now NLR Mortal is in the pit. And face Pantera side by side with Sen. And makes the move. And so does Del Gizu on El Chalker. And Norjay on Ferico and Tom on SF Rock. Did Del Chalker get just a bit of damage on his front wing? Not sure. So Yari's gonna have to push real hard. Oh, and there's our McLaren at the back. Should be SF Rocket. Yes, it is. And he spun again. And there goes his chance of a podium. Now El Trucker pushing really hard on El Gizu. Ooh, a bit of a snap. A bit too harsh on the throttle. And now FaZe might have a chance at Herbie. I mean, he has a chance for P1 and he goes for the move. And now Chalker as well on Del Gizu. 4 seconds behind Yari, so he's gonna have to push real hard for these 4 laps. And the two Haas are battling right now. And I think... Oh, and Yari spun! Yari spun! And he has wing damage! Big wing damage, and there goes Yari's chance of a podium! And gives it to FaZe on the silver platter. And nicely done by Yari, who's not fighting with a broken wing. I just want to say it out loud. Thank you. To whom it may concern. But let's go back to the fighting. And look at FaZe really pushing hard, even though he doesn't have to. But he wants to get that P1 on track. And Marcel's out of DRS, so he's gonna have to push real hard. And get a good turn 1 exit. And doesn't look like it, so... Now it's going to be a battle between him and Stan. El Trucker not too far behind though. Still has a chance. So, I don't think he has damage. And Gomez goes for the move on Dark. I think Dark's soft tires are starting to struggle now. And El Trucker picks up a 3-second penalty. So there it goes. So we should see the sub runners starting to suffer right now. take a look at Gomez's time. Yari makes the move on NLR Martel. Michael should be putting pressure on Norjay in the next few laps, because he's gonna get a lot more grip than he is, and he has plenty of ERS. Not so much for Norjay. And Sten is closing the gap. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. Was there contact between Eon and SF Rock? And yeah, even without ERS, he's gaining time, so he has way more grip. Should be making a move on the straight, so we're gonna keep an eye on that fight. But Norjay is really close behind his teammate. Is it the strategy to put him behind? But Michael's gonna go for a double overtake, but can't actually do it on Norjay. Oh, and Farico gets a better exit. Will Norjay's teammate actually work with him and maybe trying to slow down Michael so he's not overtaken on track? Because they both have 3-second penalty, I think. Let's take a look. Yes, they do. So not Norjay, but Michael has to make the move on track if he wants to overtake Norjay. But I think Farico is just gonna slow him down just a tiny bit. And in a three-way battle, you don't want to be the third car. You want to be in the middle. But look at Michael pushing really hard on Farico. Is he gonna go for a late break? Can't quite do it. Maybe next one. And now a stand. Looking to chase Herbie. No DRS to defend for Herbie, so should be an easy move. Then goes for the move. And what about Michael? Michael's still in the fight. And elbows are out for sure. And I think he got pushed just a bit wide. And is he gonna go for the launch? No, he's not. Don't know what happened to Michael, but I think he got pushed just a bit wide by one of the Haas driver. And now Michael should be able to pass Norjay. And to be honest, I think Sten made his move just a bit too early. I would have waited on the last lap, because right now Marcel is gonna have a chance to overtake him once again. And penalties, they're all racing right now. And yeah, Marcel farmed just a bit of VRS behind Stan. And now he's gonna get DRS. So last chance for Marcel, right in the gearbox of Stan. And a bit of a snap from El Trucker as well. So we've got two fights to look at right now. Marcel with Stan and Michael and Norjay. And Marcel goes for the move. Who's gonna break first? And it's Herbie in front. And now Gomez on Del Gizu. And what about Michael? Michael fighting with Norjay. Ooh, in the middle contact. And broken front wing. Ah. That sucks. That just really sucks. We'll have to watch that again, but because I'm not sure whose fault it is right now. And it's Stan's last chance to maybe try to attempt to make a move on Marcel, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Yeah, he should have been just a bit more patient and wait for the final lap. And FaZe will win the Belgium Grand Prix. And Marcel comes second and Stan third. Followed by El Trucker, Gomez, Del Gizu, Dark. Ferico coming up next. And Norjay dropped position due to that contact with Michael. Tom HP9. Eoin coming up P10. Yari P12 actually because he had penalties. Norjay P11. And LR Mortal P13. Michael, no front wing, P14. And SF Rock coming up last for the last point, P15. Yeah, really not sure what happened between Norjay and Michael. We're gonna have to take a look at that once again, but clearly FaZe is the driver of the day for me and the game. Got to P1. Great jump on the grid for FaZe. So let's take a look at the official standing, coming from P18 all the way back, finishing P1, FaZe Pantera, P2, Herbie, P3, Marcel, El Trucker, P4, unfortunate for him, Gomez, P5, Delgizu, P6, P7 for Dark, Ferico, P8, Tom H, P9, Eoin, P10, Norjay, P11, Yari, unfortunate for him as well, P12, NLR, P13, Michael, P14, SF Rock, P15, and the rest DNF'd. So, hope you guys enjoyed this race. Was a bit more easy at the start, but I think we got a great second half of the race after the safety car. But yeah, hope we're gonna get this kind of race for the remaining of the season. And let's take a look at the next race. And next weekend we're gonna race at Azerbaijan in Baku street circuit, so should be fun. Maybe just a bit more safety car due to a tighter track, but yeah, we're gonna find out next weekend. Hope you enjoyed this race, guys, and that's it for me. Bye everyone.